What's good, baby? It's your boy Dale. I'm back in the saddle again. Our motto is to buy, build. We already bought it already, so we already own it, free and clear. Refinance to long-term debt, cash flow. That is the motto. Cliff, man, is that a pretty strong motto, man? What do you think?
Man, the model is strong. Like, you're getting each piece of the invest, right?
What it do, babies? It's your partners. We back in the saddle. Y'all know what day it is. It is Friday, and it is 5 p.m. on Instagram, 5:30 on other platforms. Cliff, what it do, baby? How was the week? Holla at the people, bro.
Man, week was pretty good, man. Market is slow, I say that, but a lot of opportunities out there.
Really? You're gonna dive right into it. Before we get into it, I gotta ask the question up, man. Did we get the bag?
Always get in the bag. Always.
Hey, so we both checked into I Got That Bag University. The search is coming out, y'all. Yes, we did. We got our diplomas this week, y'all. Let's go get it in. Me too. I got the bag too, and we got about realistically, Cliff, we got about 8 more bags, big ones in the pipeline. Big ones in the new construction as well as in the apartment complex. The apartment complex one is a little bit challenging because we're trying to find some local GCs, man. It has been like pulling teeth in these smaller areas, but it's okay. We like those type of challenges, man, because we get to learn a little bit more. If that makes some sense, Cliff. But yeah, y'all, we're gonna dive right into this thing. We won't hold you long at all, man. We want to make sure we honor your time. Cliff, man, hey brother, you mentioned something in up front. What's going on with the current market, brother? How did the people?
The current market is it basically went to a halt. It ain't moving.
Halt. Really?
Yeah. So we're at a in terms of refinances and sales, we at a 22-year low.
Now, when you say halt, unpack what you mean by halt.
I mean the fact that sales have stagnated. They've stopped.
What?
Prices
Sales
are
have
dropping.
stopped.
They've stopped. They've stopped for the
Wow.
first time. So I went and checked out at least in our area, in the DFW area. This is true probably across the country as
Wow.
well, which is prices are declining for the first time.
Wow.
I've seen really in DFW in the past 30, 40 years. We're seeing a pullback.
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
easily. In some of the
That's
major markets like
crazy.
Los Angeles, New York, you're seeing as high as 20%. 20% off of. I'm not talking about 20% off like 2 years ago. I'm talking about 20% off 6 months ago.
Whoo. Now, Cliff, we did say that's going to be a pretty good correction coming, and we can begin to feel the effects of that thing. Would you agree?
Oh yeah, it's happening. What I think it really is going on is the interest rates have changed the game. Just to give you an example, on $1 million property, it used to be about with the interest rates that were before $4,000 a month, $4,100 a month. Now it's $6,500. So that has changed the game. What's really happening right now is the sellers are having to get caught up with the interest rates. They want to keep selling at yesterday's prices.
Okay. So now you're getting people are not really wanting to face the reality of the market is changing rapidly. Would that be right?
Exactly. You've got people who
Wow.
still want full price for their house, but the affordability is gone. That market is gone. So you're gonna have to sell at tomorrow's prices, which could be 20% less than what you were thinking.
Guys, he is not lying, guys. Again, we said that it's going to begin to decline even more, and there's going to be a bigger decline even coming more rapidly. Would you agree?
Oh yeah, it's coming even further. So we had inflation. Everybody's worried about inflation. First thing first, government stopped spending money.
Yep.
That's gonna help stop a lot of things. But
Yep.
We've already rose interest rates as high, like 3 basis points almost from what it was, which is almost 3%. And inflation is still high, which means they're gonna keep raising. I don't know how high, Dale. I don't
which
know how
means
high this is gonna go.
them raising the rates at this intermediate type of level is not working at all. I kept trying to tell everybody, they keep raising the rates, and inflation is still going up, whether it be a PPI or CPI. It's still going up, which leads me to conclude this is not working at all, guys. Let's get out of fantasy world. It's time, math, numbers. It's time to operate by those principles. Okay, you can't keep printing money and then not expect for inflation to happen. This is, come on, let's stop this game. Would you agree,
Hey,
Cliff?
I agree. And the biggest problem is the two bills they passed this year.
Lord,
That was, I think it totaled 1.2 billion.
yeah,
Only
trillion.
about 30, yeah, my bad, 1.2 trillion.
That's what
Only
T.
about 35% has been spent. There are still hundreds of billions of dollars going to states and municipalities that have not been spent yet. So that money hasn't even entered the market yet.
That's called theft, and they wanted to print more money. So let me get this straight. It's proper. People think it's proper stewardship, good financial principles, to print this money out of nowhere, only spend 35% of it, and then you want to print more money because you think this more money is going to solve more problems, but you haven't finished spending the previous dollars that you printed out before, huh?
Yeah. But you already know, Dale, they think money is real. They think money is real.
Oh my God, y'all, money is debt. Money is debt, guys. It's debt. Let's stop the games now. It's time to go back to school. Money is debt, guys. Have you ever asked the question, why is debt never taxed? Because money is debt. This, that's it. So when you hear this verbiage of we're going to tax the rich, that's a lie. That don't make no damn sense because they live off of debt, borrowed
Right.
money. Come
Right.
on, God, let's stop this game. Come on, would you agree, Cliff?
Oh yeah. It's if you don't understand the finances, anybody, you know what I mean? That's why you people be paying crazy high interest rates for all kind of things because they don't understand. It's what they doing right now is the market, the way it's messed up. I don't know how I don't know how it's going to end because we also have problems with oil. That
That's
oil
another one.
prices are going to be going up pretty soon,
That's another
right?
one.
Because there's limited amount of oil hitting the market, so
I
that's
told
about to
y'all.
go up,
I
right?
told
So
y'all.
that is the underlying part that's raising interest, inflation above all. Plus, we still, what do you? They keep calling CPI, guys. Y'all gotta remember this. CPI is core. That's not. That's just they just picking the ones they like. You know what I mean? Because if you look at eggs, eggs is up like 60% or something.
Come on, y'all.
Chicken is up 30%. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, man. This is the biggest scam ever, guys. Come on, man. You cannot spin away inflation. You can't spin it away because it's something called math, numbers. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta say it, Big Cliff. We real ones. We real ones. Okay, we
Yeah.
real ones. We ain't up here trying to spin y'all and try to control how y'all thinking, guys. I'm trying. If this is not curtailed, guys, this crap is going to hell in the handbasket because they keep defying financial principles. Come on, y'all.
They think the money solves problems. They don't understand that it's a tax. It's a tax. What I always try to say is if you go Google, put Google Coca-Cola, what a Coke cost in 1905. Then look at it in 1925, 1955. Keep going till today. If you looked at the same Coca-Cola you got in your fridge back in the 1900s, it was 5 cents. Same Coke ain't changed today. It's like $2. That's inflation.
It's the same Coke. And we used to,
Coke.
and we could be able. And you may say, "Well, Cliff, we didn't feel there really that much of inflation during those time frames." You're right because we had countries buying our debt. Newsflash: ain't no companies buying our debt at those type of record paces. Okay, they're flocking to the dollar now because of the fact that right now it's the world's currency and really the dollar is stronger. Newsflash: if the dollar's stronger, that's not a good thing. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. That means people are not spending money. We're in a debtor nation. Money has to flow. Cliff said it best weeks ago. He said the government's been trying to manufacture cash flow by printing more money. The key word there is manufacture. That means make it up. Okay,
Oh
that's
yeah,
all that means, guys.
and Dale, we give the people. Let's be honest with them too. We know the rich understand this, and they're using it to
Yes,
their advantage.
killing the game. Yeah, we getting rich. We getting rich. Yes, we getting rich. I'm loving inflation. Why? Because we're making more money on the income via the rents and also the values as well. And also the values go down. We have a tangible asset we can lean upon to cushion the blow. Hello, we've showed it ourselves pretty well here when it comes to inflation. If your money's in the 401k IRA, Roth IRA, I feel sorry for you. It's gonna get real.
Yeah,
Okay, it's gonna get real.
when it comes to the stock market, make sure you have a stop loss.
Yes.
Stop loss. I had mine. My stop loss got hit a long time ago. Long as
Yep.
soon as the market dropped more than 5%, my stop loss was hit. So I've been out the market for a while looking for a bottom. The problem is even JP Morgan came out this week and said we're only halfway there.
Wow.
We're only halfway there. So we got a
Oh,
long way to go. Um
long way to go. Yes, we do.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
But getting back to real estate,
Yeah.
it's about
Yeah.
it's about that time to start throwing out some deep offers. Some low ball offers.
Yes, sir, guys. And we getting a whole bunch of low offers. As far as we're offering. We're doing the offering. We doing that. That's us. So there's gonna be a whole bunch of sales. There's already a whole bunch of sales on the market. A ton of sales, guys. And these are really off the market assets. We say assets because when we buy them, they become assets. They're liabilities to who we actually buy them from. So we're buying below wholesale assets. Come holler at your partners. We know what we know. We real ones.
Yeah,
We deal with math and numbers. Okay, math and numbers. Anyways, Cliff, man, I ain't want to go in there on that one, Doc, but
I
we had to
got
go.
you.
We had to go in on that one, Doc. So, but yo, guys, let's get to the topic, guys. This is a good topic because you're dealing with also a licensed appraiser, and he's also a general contractor because he does all of our renovations for us nationwide. Cliff Hunter. So this is going to be kind of a interviewing session, very short, with Cliff on how to deal with difficult contractors. Oh God, Cliff, brother, how expound on this question, brother? Can it be difficult dealing with contractors?
Oh yeah. It's very difficult. You
Mm,
gotta there's a lot of issues that go into it.
mm-hmm.
The first thing is, I mean, you gotta be on the same page in terms of the vision with
Yes.
the contractor. You gotta see
Yeah.
things the same way, and
Mm,
they gotta know what you're talking about in terms of the rehab you're gonna do.
yeah.
Because you gotta talk to them about the quality that you're
Yeah.
going to do. Are we
Yeah.
doing a paint carpet, or are we doing
Yeah.
a high end everything needs to get fixed type
Yeah. Yeah.
situation? And so you got to be on the same page there, and you need a contractor that is going to listen. A lot of contractors don't listen. What they looking for is the money side and how they can get paid, and you're looking at the job and figuring out where you could save.
Yeah.
You want as much as possible to try to get that contractor on your side. So it's very difficult. You got to understand that it's a relationship when you're dealing with contractors.
It is. It is. It is. Now, Cliff, what is the favorite thing? Well, this is going to go into this next question. Why do issues arise with contractors?
Man, all kind of reasons, man. But I'll go with with an easy one, which is time. They're
All
gonna
right.
tell you this will get done in a week, and then a week goes by, and they're gonna say, oh, they're gonna bring up a number of different reasons,
Yeah.
X, Y,
Yeah.
Z, and some of them may be
Yeah.
legitimate. That's
Sure.
they may be legitimate,
Yeah.
but this is why you want to try to have things in a contract and spelled out ahead of time, to
Yes.
where you have these things available to you. because the issues that are going to pop up is, mainly it's going to be your time, uh, your
Mm.
it's going to be your quality,
Yeah.
right? Because like I was saying earlier about the quality that needs to be in, right? And then
Yeah.
the last thing is going to be the money, how much. So you got to
Yeah.
understand what kind of contractor you're getting. If you go in thinking you're going to get one of the top contractors in the area, and he going to do it for a discount,
No sir.
or the reverse, you think you're going to
Yeah.
get somebody who rolls up in a basic truck and don't really have a crew, yet you expecting
Mm-hmm.
him to do quality work.
Mm-hmm.
That's on you.
It is. It is. It is, guys. It is, guys. Now, Cliff. Before I go to the next question, I have to ask this question. What is the one of the most favorite things that contractors really like when they actually begin to engage with an investor and they get into the process? What's their favorite thing that makes the most money?
2 words: change orders. Yeah, man, they
Yes,
love change
sir.
orders.
Yes, sir. So, Cliff, what's a change order? What's a change order?
An example would be you're working on the bathroom,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you said you wanted to keep the shower the same. Like the shower
yeah,
is okay, just needs to be cleaned.
yeah,
But then you decide into the project, you know what? It doesn't match the rest of the bathroom. We just need to retile it.
yeah,
That is
yeah.
changing from the original contract and the
Yes.
original vision. So it's gonna be a change order.
So what you're saying is, whenever you get an initial scope of work from a contractor, what you need to understand is you want to make sure that you have the vision right, and you guys on the same page. You have some language in there for any type of changes at all. Period. Have probably a 10. I may even say a 20% kind of miscellaneous type of arbitrage there that's actually in the scope of work, so that if there's a change, there's enough liquidity there in the scope of work to be able to make that adjustment. Correct?
Right, exactly. But what I like to do is to have both, right? So to have two. One is having a miscellaneous, anything can happen, 15%
Yeah,
budget on there for anything,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So if they're telling you it's, I don't know, throw something out there, $10,000 to
Mhm.
do the project, put $1,500 off to the side for something could pop up.
Yeah.
Additionally, when you're doing a change order, a good thing is to say, hey, I want to do the shower,
Okay.
and say I want to redo the tile.
Hmm.
They'll say, okay, that's a change order. A
Yeah.
smart thing to do is going, okay, so that's going to cost me more money. They'll say yes. Then you say, where else in the budget can we take it from? Do we
There you
have to do
go.
that tile in the other bathroom? Do we
Yeah.
have to do the flooring? Can we get cheaper tile for the flooring? I don't want to pay more on my
Ooh.
overall budget. I want to
Yeah.
offset it somewhere.
Yeah, guys, he gave y'all a jewel. Most investors don't know how to if there's a change order to say where can we take that, where can we kind of pull from the scope of work from a tile flooring to where we may go cheaper there to be able to take the money that was allocated for that item to this new item. That is a jewel right there, guys. A jewel. All right. Now, Cliff, dumb question, but is the construction industry truly regulated?
No,
Now, why you say that, brother?
no. There ain't no regulations. The only thing you're gonna get is in some, I don't know if it's the state or the city, but in some areas they'll want you to be licensed with the state or licensed with the city.
Yeah,
That's, I think Georgia was like that, where I think with the state you have to
yeah,
be like licensed with them. It
yes,
don't mean a whole lot, but it's better than nothing, I guess.
yes, yes, yes. That is correct. That is correct. So he answered that question, guys. All right, guys. Cliff, what are the top three things that an investor should be focused on while initially with a contractor and while they're actually going through the project with a contractor?
The first thing is get an idea of their past work. You
Mm.
want to know who you're working with, because they'll every contractor I've ever talked to say, yeah, I can do that. They
Sure,
all think they can
everyone,
do everything. So
everyone.
good idea is, and I've done this. This is how I picked up when I was flipping like three houses at a time.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
how I found that contractor was I literally was just driving in a neighborhood
Yeah,
and I saw a house being worked on.
Yep.
I literally pulled over and hopped out to go talk to them so I could see
Yeah.
their work in real time. I could see the work they're
Mm-hmm.
doing. I could see the professionalism that they're operating with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so then
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, if I see the house and the paint's done well, flooring's done
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
I don't even need to go see. What I'll do is I'll ask them, do you have any other projects? They'll say, oh yeah, I got one on this side of town. Go over there and check it
Yeah.
out.
Go check that thing out. You right. Yes, sir, doc. Yes, sir, man. Go check in and see what you know what he's talking about. It's real simple, guys. What's another thing? What's another thing that they can actually be focused on when they're dealing with the rest? I'll say one. I
Mm.
would say another one for me as an investor dealing with a contractor is make sure you have a good relationship when you walk onto the project with their subs as
Yeah.
well. Because what happened is sometimes the GCs, which are general contractors, won't treat their subs well, either in payment or working relationships. And what happens is this here is all of a sudden now a sub quits. A GC doesn't pay a sub right. And so now he has to find another person. If you have a good relationship with the subs, they may reach out to you and say, and then it's happened with one of our deals in Ohio. Hey, the GC wasn't paying me right. He owes me this invoice. Hey, can we do something on the side to where I can do this work for you? And maybe even push him out, because if the GC is not paying him well, you don't want to keep compensating the GC for non-work. You want to pay the workers that are actually working well. Would you agree with that, Cliff?
Yeah. That's hard to get around because
Yeah,
almost every GC is going to be subbing things out. What I've
yeah.
seen and I'll probably start implementing as well is uh asking the GC what subs are you using. Say I'm using a
Mhm.
painter, this and this, and say I want to pay them directly.
Yes.
I want to pay them directly so that
There
I can
you
get a
go.
receipt of proof of payment from them. So if they try to
Yes.
come back, I'll say, no, here's the transaction details saying I paid you.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
take that away from the GC instead of just paying him and letting him pay others,
There
you
you
pay them
go.
directly.
Yes, because a sub can also put a lien on your property for non-payment. They can do that. And you have to either get that paid. There's no laws against anyone coming to put a lien on your property. There's just no laws against that.
And you can, and I'm looking at this too, is you could also have a contract with your GC to say if he wants to pay his subs, okay, but every sub must sign a waiver.
That's
And
correct.
that waiver says that
There
you
you
cannot
go.
come back to the owner for anything. They waive the rights to put a lien on the property, and they any money that they need that they didn't get paid for, they have to deal with the GC, not the owner. You can get a waiver for that.
That is correct. He's right about that. Make sure you get those waivers signed, guys. Well, guys, that's all we have for today. But before we leave, guys, let's go here real fast. Got some news for you guys. Yo, man, the website is done. The videos are done. They are uploaded as well. Also, they've been edited just fine as well. Also, I believe by next Wednesday or Thursday, I'd probably say Friday, it will be live. And me and Cliff are we've been talking about who can we access scholarship for these courses. I know for me, I want to at least give out at least 5 scholarships to people. Of course, I'm going to be with my family. Number one, I'm pretty sure Cliff would do the same thing as well, also. But we may have a little contest to where you can refer us to people who have an interest in real estate, and you think that this would be good for them from an education standpoint to be able to get scholarship access to this type program. We're talking about manuals, guys. We're talking about video content. As far as going into it, we're walking you through all of this, subject to investing. Of course, how to buy and flip a house in 90 days. That's what Cliff's going to be talking about that. And then you have Jason Hanna going through the power team. And we are thinking about adding how to grow your portfolio via seller financing. That one's coming as well also, because seller finance is going to be probably one of the most popular financing tools moving forward, because as the Fed continues to raise their rates, uh, a seller finance person can actually come in and actually undercut the bank's rate and giving you a cheaper rate as well also. So we thought it would be wise to put that in there also. So Cliff, you want to say anything, man, when it comes to the course?
Nah, man, just ready to get it out to everybody.
Mhm.
Man, it's definitely something. I think I wish I would have been had something like this back in the
Yeah,
day. I had others that I had passed up on, and I'm telling you,
yeah.
what the biggest thing is little things that we're saying is going to save you a lot of heartache.
It is.
Like Dale, just mentioning the waiver, how much would that have saved you?
Oh
Tens of
God,
thousands,
man.
tens of thousands. That one
And
idea,
that would have saved me on one transaction 25 grand.
right?
In Ohio, this is the one that me and Cliff worked on back
Right.
in the
Yep.
day. Ohio, 25K. We had to pay an additional $25,000 for a sub to finish the work because the GC just stopped coming because the subs begin to complain because he wasn't paying them. $25,000. We had to pay
Right.
extra. Now we have enough bandwidth in the scope of work to get it accomplished. Cool, but I ain't gonna have to pay additional 25 grand. That would have saved me $25,000. That waiver, easy. So it's, again, guys, I know that a lot of people try to sell courses. We're not trying to sell a course at all, period. Most of those courses don't go as deep as we're going. Guys, we're going in deep on this. We're talking about on the subject to transaction course of it is a course of beginner, intermediate, and advanced portion. And guys, we're going to go-to-market strategies, how to market to them, contracts to use, how to structure the contracts to use, land trust, authorization to release the information form. We go through all that documentation, and it's right there in the course. And Cliff is going through the beginner portion of how to flip a property in 90 days. That's a little bit more deeper. So Cliff thought it'd be wise to go through a beginner section initially first to kind of whet the appetite, and then you can go to the intermediate and advanced, if that makes sense. Cliff, you agree, brother?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my part is just I was trying to basically solve the problem of where do I get started? Where
Mm,
do I get the very first jump? And for me,
mm.
that's acquisition. How do
Yeah,
I get from sitting where I am now to do okay, what's the first step? How do I actually start reaching out and started getting in contact with deals? And then
yeah.
how do I transition those deals into actual closing?
Simple. And guys, it's the KISS technique. Keep it simple, stupid, or silly. We're trying to keep it as simple as possible. Real estate is not a hard industry to be in. It's a very complex industry to be in. So you have to have the skill level to meet the complexity of each transaction. This course gets you there. But Cliff, that's all I had today, man. You want to add anything else, man, before we conclude, brother?
Nah, that's it. Just check that out, and I'm ready to get it started.
Well, guys, man, thank you so much for your time. God bless you. We'll see you next time, guys. And before you leave, take that picture for your mama and them. Now holla at your partners. You, real estate investor. Hey, let me ask you a quick question. How much money could you make if you had access to an unlimited amount of capital to acquire your real estate with no credit check, strictly asset-based financing, and quick closings? My name is Liddell Buggs, president of 316 Cap. We are a residential and commercial real estate finance company. Click on the link below or swipe up to have someone from our staff contact you to assist you in closing your next real estate transaction.